I can't believe we're here. I always saw being in the corporate world as something impossible for us, to be honest. I don't think any of us thought that we would be here.
I don't think I could imagine before that I would be working at such a big company. 2.5 years ago is when I started here, the road to hire. I remember when I first did my first HTML tag, and it was basically a picture of a pizza. To me, I thought I was like already an engineer. It feels like it was yesterday, but
it really
it's been
does.
some time now. Yeah.
Pretty cool to be back here.
Lots of companies talk about building teams that feel like family. And if you've worked at Red Ventures for any amount of time, you've probably heard that too.
Everybody's bringing part of their life and sharing it, and that's why it feels like family.
It sounds cheesy, but we're really like family.
With the support of the RV family.
I used to say we're not a family, we're a team. What I realized is we're both.
But for two RVers in particular, the idea of having family at work is, well, more than an idea. Meet the Hernandez brothers.
Hi, my name is Horacio Hernandez.
I'm Jovanni Hernandez.
Jose Hernandez.
I'm Rolando Hernandez.
They're four brothers who found their ways to successful tech careers. And while their day-to-day roles look different, there's one common thread that ties them together. Red Ventures. This is the story of how they got here.
I was 20, I believe, when I found out about the Road to Hire program. At that moment, I was doing landscaping. I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw a story from one of my friends.
Road to Hire is a nonprofit that started at Red Ventures back in 2014. It's grown a lot since then, but the mission remains the same: to create access to debt-free education or stable, high-earning careers for people who haven't traditionally had that access.
Honestly, my first impression was that cannot be real.
You kept telling us, hey, I found this program, right? I heard about it, and they're gonna pay me. And I was like, seriously, you really think this is true? What company, what organization is gonna pay you to basically study? It's like reverse college, right? Like, you really think that you're gonna start your career and get paid? It was unbelievable.
But despite his initial hesitations, Horacio was willing to try just about anything.
College was definitely not an option. As a DACA recipient, I was pretty pessimistic in trying. I needed to find a different way, and Road to Hire was just that. So after doing a little research, I decided to apply, and I got in. Little did I know that was gonna be the easiest part of the process. The program itself was way harder than I imagined. The program was definitely very challenging.
I just remember.
I don't,
when you were going through it.
I remember specifically always going to Rolando and telling him I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm going to drop out. It's not for me. And I would sleep late and then have to wake up early, work on weekends. I couldn't really do anything, and I think all of us went through that same thing. A lot of things helped me get through the program. I always had that tech mentor that I would go up to when I ever had tech-related questions, and also a live mentor when I had a little bit of doubt on continuing the program. And also, I was lucky that I had my family there too. That's what really pushed me, is that if I got through this, I could help my family.
After 6 months of coursework, countless hours of studying, and just as much caffeine, Horacio graduated. And in 2018, he got a job at Red Ventures.
When I got my badge.
Oh yeah, I still remember when you got your badge.
I remember taking it and showing it to every single one of you that look. I always thought in my mind that, for some reason, you having a badge to get into a building, that means you made it. So I was very, very proud and very relieved that I had that badge. I knew at that moment that I wanted the rest of us to kind of have that opportunity.
I was working, driving, delivering tires to several shops, and I knew that any moment they could just fire me, and that was really uncertain for my life, because who wants that, right? We all want to be able to find a stable job, and Road to Hire is the perfect way. If you work hard enough, you can get that chance.
I remember because you were working with me in landscaping, and then I saw that you didn't want to do landscaping. When me, I loved it. Well, I didn't love the heat, right, or the cold winters. I didn't know that I could love something else even way more, right?
What kind of changed your perspective after?
The first paycheck that I saw that you got. No, but I mean, definitely it's like you said. I mean, there's people that go to college for 4 years and then come out, and some of them don't even get a job, right? You did kind of like an apprenticeship for 6 months, getting paid, and then to get like a job offer, or to get help going to all these big companies. That first paycheck, I mean, it's like, oh, okay, it is official. Like, okay, let's check it out.
Spoiler alert, they did. Within 2 years, Jose and Jovanni also joined Road to Hire and landed tech jobs at Bank of America.
The first dynasty of Road to Hire.
I think it means a lot to have 3 brothers like in tech. Who is this? Oh, it's Rolando.
Wait, did you get to my story yet? Am I late?
Insane.
Remember Rolando?
Hey, I'm Rolando Hernandez.
His path to Red Ventures was a little different from his brother's.
After high school, I went to college in Texas with a soccer scholarship where I got a degree in accounting. I got a job there, but I knew that eventually I was gonna move back closer to family. I heard about Red Ventures through my brother Horacio. He kept talking about this great company, so I thought to myself, maybe there's a place for me there. I reached out to the recruiting team to find out if they were hiring for any accounting positions, and they were. They hired me the same weekend. Right after I started, one of my coworkers told me about the ITA program. This is a program that helps Red Ventures employees who have zero background in coding learn how to code and become software engineers. I was really interested, but then the pandemic hit, the whole company shifted to work remotely. So after a year, I thought to myself, I'm not commuting, so I have extra time to give it a try.
After 7 months of studying, all while holding down his full-time accounting job, Rolando officially became an RV engineer, putting all 4 brothers on paths they never imagined before. But they'll be the first to tell you, they didn't do it alone.
I had my moment of saying, I can't do this. But I'm glad because I know that that's called imposter syndrome. And I'm glad that they even had lessons about it through the program, and so just to remind us that we don't have to quit, that we just had to keep working hard, and that we were going to be able to make it, because that's their goal at the end of the day. They want us to graduate.
That's one thing that I learned, is to not get frustrated here, and also to ask for help, because that's something that you always had in Road to Hire, was that help from others and from our family, from y'all.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that I just kept going because I didn't want to fail. Like, I saw myself already like there, and I think just seeing myself at the end, I think that's what just kept me, pushing through, and look, here we are now.
Mom was very supportive through the program with me.
I remember her, like you say, always encouraging us, just reminding us, hey, don't give up. You have to work. You have to work hard. Once you make it through, you're gonna see that everything doesn't flow better, and it did. It did. So yeah, I think she's very proud and happy and glad. And I even remember her saying, if she could meet Rick, she would personally say thanks to him for being able to open such an opportunity.
I do. She said that. To this day, she still says that.
Yeah. The impact the Red Ventures has had in our family is huge. To me, it gives me peace. I feel like I'm the older brother with them, so seeing them being able to do things on their own is pretty rewarding.
Now I'm seeing them buy houses and kind of go on vacations, get married. It really makes me happy and proud that I was part of it.
Knowing that now I can provide for my wife and myself. I recently got married.
For me to think that I could buy a car like the one I have is something that I don't think I ever thought I could be able to, and I don't think we ever took a week-long vacation as a family. And we were finally able to do that last year.
Finally, we went down to Florida and then
rented
for a whole
Airbnb, and for a whole week. I don't think we ever did that, which I think for me is that biggest milestone, is being able to do stuff like that.
For the past years, 15 years, we were renting, and then to be able to finally get together with Rolando and myself to purchase our first house, right?
Yeah.
It was
a dream come true.
A dream come true.
Yeah, because we never had like our own room.
Yeah, and
we always shared, which is fine. You know,
yeah,
we're brothers. But I think it was good that you guys got to have your own.
I was so excited to have that, like, just that feeling that we never had.
For the Hernandez brothers, it's about even more than breaking into a new field and building career paths, or finally taking that beach vacation. It's about finding a place where you belong, a place that feels like family.
To be honest, it's just a feeling. It's hard to explain. When I went for the interview, it just felt like home. And then after I started working, kept feeling like home. At Red Ventures, I can go to anyone and ask for help, and they'll be happy to help me, even if it's not their job.
That inclusion is always there. Before, I always kind of felt a little bit uncomfortable bringing up my DACA status, but here, I instantly felt really comfortable bringing that up.
Talking about DACA at my previous companies, it was hard for me because I felt judged. And here, I'm proud to say that I'm a DACA recipient.
Everyone is really supported here, not just of DACA recipients, but everyone, no matter where you come from. This program is for anyone, and it provides opportunities for people who are close to you, and then also anyone else who might want to do it.
Road to Hire, obviously they do a great job. I thank God for them because they truly invest in us. It's so funny that you were the first one being the youngest, and then you the second one being the second youngest, and then I'm the third one. It was just like a little ladder climbing up from the baby brother to the older one.
I think the funny part is that when they ask me, how's your brother doing? I'm like, which one? I'm proud to say that I started the first dynasty in Road to Hire and Red Ventures.